You've heard that chiropractic can help children with sensory processing issues, but you're wondering, how do I know if it can help my child? In this video, I want to share with you exactly how you can find out. Now, the cool thing with our office is we use state-of-the-art scanning technology to get a picture of what's going on inside your child's body. And I want to share with you what we're looking for with those scans in just a moment. But before I do, I want to let you know that the cool thing with these scans is that they're very safe and very gentle. We do them on newborn babies and on pregnant moms because we don't have to put anything in the body and we don't have to take anything out of the body. That means no shots, no needles, no radiation, no x-rays. And the other thing is because we work with kids who are squirmy, we work with kids maybe who have a sensitivity to touch and don't like to be touched much, but because we work with enough of them, we know what we're doing. We can still get great results, not only with our scans, but with our care too. So for the children that we see, when we do scan them, what are we looking for? Well, the scans are measuring how well the brain and the body are communicating back and forth. Whether the brain can get messages down to the body. If it can, we'll see lots of white in this scan where there's not color being shown. If there's any interference to the messages between the brain and the body, it'll show up as colors. So in this young boy, we see a lot of color in his neck. The red is actually severe interference at that area. So his mom brought him in at 5.5 years old because he was super hyper. He was bouncing around probably more than any other kid that we've worked with, in and out of the room, up and down, all over the place. He was also a very picky eater and he suffered from chronic constipation. So we started getting him adjusted because we found some things we can help with. And right away, mom noticed he started having better bowel movements. He didn't need to drink pear juice every day like he used to before. He also started eating more foods. He wasn't nearly as picky with what he would eat. And the cool thing is, a little bit more into care, he came to mom one day and he says, "You know what, Mom? It used to feel like my brain was wiggling. And now my brain feels good." And it was very heartwarming to hear a 5.5-year-old boy be able to describe to his mom that his brain used to feel like it was wiggling, but now it feels better. So he became a lot more calmer. He was still a boy, still active, but we started to get some nice calm in his brain and help the brain and body communicate better. In this scan, it was a 10-year-old boy. Mom brought him in because he really struggled with reading. And in his scan, what we see is, if you notice here, all the bars are on one side. There's nothing on this side, even though they should be back and forth on both sides of the body. So in his case, his brain was locked in and it wasn't able to adapt in order to learn. As we started adjusting him, one thing mom noticed right away is that as she would bring him to our office, because he had a lot of stress visually, that's why he struggled with reading, he would be very locked in, very narrow focus. He wouldn't want to open up and see what was happening. And mom noticed early in care that he actually started looking around and reading different signs, billboards and signs, and interacting with what was happening on the drive to our office. And the other cool thing, about a month into care, mom had not told his reading tutor that she started chiropractic with us. And at the end of that first month, his reading tutor came to mom one day and she said, "You know what? He's made more progress in this month than he has in a long time." And mom was like, we know why. Because with our care, we started to reconnect the brain and the body, get him out of this locked pattern so his brain could become more organized and start learning better. And the last short example here is an 8-year-old girl who has a lot of stress in her neck. You see all this red up top here. So mom brought her in for a number of things, but a couple that stand out were she did not have very good gross motor coordination. In her case, she was 8 years old but still needed training wheels on her bike, even though her 4-year-old brother didn't need his training wheels anymore. And the other big deal was it took forever for them to get ready for school. Sometimes she'd be nervous, she wouldn't want to go, but she was also very sensitive to the clothes that she put on. And so getting ready for school in the morning was not an easy task for mom and the family. Started getting her adjusted, and shortly after we started, she was actually able to get her training wheels off her bike as her brain and body started communicating better so she could be more coordinated, and mornings became a lot easier. She wasn't as sensitive to the clothes, she was happier, she was more easygoing, so mom could transition much more quickly and with a lot less effort to get her ready and out the door every morning. So what we're looking for in our scans is, if your child comes in and gets scanned, we want to see these white bars. If we see different colors, that means your child's body is under stress. The brain and the body aren't able to communicate the way they should, which one, means the body might not be working the way it should, or two, there might be stress being sent from the body up into the brain, overwhelming the brain. Either way, if we find something on the scans, we know that your child can benefit from care. Once in a while, we have parents bring their kids in and we actually don't find much that we can work with. So we realize that in that situation, our office probably isn't the best choice. Fortunately, for a lot of kids that get brought in, we do find something that we can work with, so we know we can help. So if you're curious to wonder, can chiropractic actually help your child with sensory issues? The easiest step is to just get checked. Once you get checked, you get this information, you get to see whether there's something going on or not, and if there is, you know exactly what to do about it. We can put together a plan to get your child on the road to being healthy. So if you're interested in that, definitely give us a call, shoot us an email, let us know, and we're happy to set you up, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon.